Hello, you're watching a YTV Sports exclusive. My name is James Badas, and with me today are the captains of the men's and women's track and field teams, Brendan Sullivan and Sydney Curitan. Both team seasons begin this weekend at Cox Cage with the Yale season opener. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Sure.
So first off, and for both of you guys, although this meet is more of a tune-up rather than a competitive Ivy League meet, what does it mean to get back onto the track with your teammates and get the season started?
Especially for the freshmen, it's a great chance to finally feel what it means to compete at the Division I level. And just in general, for a bunch of the sprinters, we haven't had to meet yet. And so just kind of knocking the dust off and seeing where we are in our training, it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, we train all fall, so it's nice to kind of see what all that hard work has led up to.
What is it about this offseason and the training heading into this season in particular that has you guys optimistic about the season ahead?
I think the success of our distance teams, the men's and women's cross-country teams, had the best combined season since 2003. And I think we've all really seen that and taken motivation from that. It will help everyone just with their competitive performances in track season and also just in getting us to believe in ourselves and work harder.
Yeah, I think there's just definitely a change in mindset this year. I think we're getting better at doing the little things right. Just even things like hydration, sleep, things that you wouldn't think matter as much. We're definitely more honed in on. I think additionally, we have a great freshman class. We're really excited about that. We have some of the best athletes coming out of California, and they're all doing well, and so I think we're looking very good moving forward.
And then personally for you, Brendan, as a pole vaulter, you compete in a sport that is pretty isolated, very individual. Being named captain for this season, has there been any challenge with that?
Yeah, I think track's just a very unique sport in that there are so many different events, and so along with that, how you deal with a distance runner or a thrower is very different. Not only different personalities, but just physically different. I think that, having said that, although I don't know how it feels to run like a 10K, and at the same time they might not understand how it is to pole vault, we do understand that in order to be successful, the amount of hard work and dedication you do have to put into it, and doing those little things right, I think is something that kind of brings us together.
I think it's an honor to be elected captain by your teammates because it just shows that you're seen as a leader, but I think we really rely on the upperclassmen, especially the entire senior class, to work together as leaders, and that's really helpful.
I think a big part of it is you do have to serve as a good role model, but as Sydney mentioned, if you don't have a strong support system behind you, you're not going to be successful. So being able to help facilitate an active dialogue among the team, if issues do arise, be able to kind of diffuse those quickly and no matter how big or how small, recognize how other people feel about situations and try to work through that.
Cindy, you already mentioned the cross-country team a little bit. How much interaction is there between the sprinters and the distance runners? And how closely are you following along when they have such a great fall season like they did this year?
Yeah, so even though we're not competing during the fall, we're still practicing every day. So we get to see the distance runners while they're practicing and competing. And I think we can really take motivation from all the hard work that they put in and day out. So that's really helpful to everyone in the team to see their success. We're one team after cross-country season, so I feel like everyone's really invested in the success that happened during cross-country. People sending each other good luck messages, and there are also a lot of people, like sprinters and distance runners, who are friends and suite mates, and those relationships outside of the track really help foster a better team dynamic.
And thanks again for joining us. Competition begins on Saturday at Cox Cage. Best of luck this weekend. And for YTV, this has been James Badas.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, James.
Wide open now. Harvard has dominated these past 2 years, but now it opens things up. Princeton's, they return everyone. Columbia returns everyone. Then we return a solid upperclassmen group as well as a strong underclassmen group. So I think Ivy League's wide open and anyone can take it this year.